His Wedded Wife by Rudyard Kipling was published in the Civil and Military Gazette on February 25, 1887, and in book form in the first Indian edition of Plain Tales from the Hills in 1888, and in subsequent editions of the collection. It is one of the short stories that Tompkins classifies as a tale of revenge, but it has elements of those classified as farce. Plot summary: Henry Augustus Ramsay Faizan, for the sake of brevity called the Worm, is a subaltern newly arrived in India to join the second Shikaris. His brother junior officers soften him until all become bored, except the senior subaltern. One day when the latter has played a practical joker on him, the Worm turns and bets a month's pay that when the senior subaltern is promoted to captain, he will in turn play a joke on the senior that he will never forget. The bet is accepted. After 2 months, the senior subaltern gets his company, and at the same time becomes engaged to be married. One night in the hot weather, while the senior subaltern was singing the praises of his fiancée to the members of the officers' mess and the guests, a voice is heard. "Where's my husband?" The voice cries, "Oh, Lionel," and all recognize the senior subaltern. The plot thickens, in that the woman, who obviously knows him well, seems not quite a lady. The colonel is perturbed. The narrator says that watching the senior subaltern's face was rather like seeing a man hang, but much more interesting. Quote, "When she is challenged to produce her marriage certificate, she fetches a paper from her bosom, challenging, 'My husband, my lawfully wedded husband, read it aloud, if he dare.' When he does, it says, 'This is to certify that I, the Worm, have paid in full my debts to the senior subaltern.' All laugh hard at this, which leaned as near to a nasty tragedy as anything this side of a joke can. The Worm has established himself as a talented actor. He is elected president of the regiment's dramatic club, and spends his winnings on scenery and costume. He is now known as Mrs. Senior Subaltern, which is confusing when Lionel marries his real fiancée. All quotations in this article have been taken from the uniform edition of Plain Tales from the Hills published by Macmillan and Co.